40. Geesa. The people are called GEESALINGS in the galaxy G. Farming planet. When I got off the space bus it was almost morning. This planet seems to be a good one to visit because they raise fruits and vegetables. I went up to the bus information window and said, "Could you call me a taxi?" The woman behind the counter said, "Sir, we don't call them taxis here, we call them stagecoaches." I said, "Can you call me one?" She said, "They are parked right out front and just say where you are going and they will holler to you if they go there." I said, "Thank you." I went out front and said, "Everywhere," and I did not get an answer. Then I said, "I want to see as much of the planet as I can before nightfall." Then one of them said, "I will take you where you want to go." I said, "Thanks," and I got the old stagecoach. It was different than riding on the space bus. It seems like he hit every bump in the road. I see farm after farm go by and then he turned onto one of the roads that goes to one of the farms. I said, "Why are we stopping here for?" The animal man said, "We have to get 2 fresh horses if you want to go any further." I said, "Okay." We come up to the farm and one of the girls said, "Dad, why are you here so early?" He said to her, "I need fresh horses because this guy wants to see as much of the planet as he can before nightfall." She said, "Mister, it will only take 10 minutes and you will be on your way." I said, "That will be fine." I watched as they changed the horses and put the other ones on. When she got done she said, "My dad is going to stay here and I will take you the rest of the way." She got inside with me and hit the reins. She said, "I don't like to ride up front like my dad does because it gets cold here sometimes." I said, "How old are you anyway?" She said, "I am 26 and I can't find any men on the planet that is not married already. Are you already married?" I said, "I have been married for 10 years to the same woman and things are going just fine and I am 41. She said, "Wow, that is old." I said, "My grandmother is 88. She said, "No one lives that long here." I said, "Why?" She said, "No one lives here past 60. Because when you turn 60 you have to leave the planet and go to the retirement home on retire, in the retirement galaxy. They are all called retires." I said, "Then how do you get all your workers to come to the planet and work?" She said, "If we run out of workers we go to the slave trade planet and get more people to work for us." I said, "Do you buy them or hire them?" She said, "We hire them. Slavery was outlawed many years ago." I said, "Then why do they still call the planet by the name? Why don't they call it people for hire?" She said, "They was going to change the name but no one has come up with a good name for the planet yet." I said, "When you want a husband where do you go?" She said, "Some of us go to other planets and find one but I just have not left the farm to go very far, I like it here and the way things are for right now." I said, "Well, if you want a husband all you will have to do is put an ad in the paper and ask for one." She said, "Do you know of any papers that take ads like that?" I said, "Well, I kinda do." She, "What do you mean by kinda?" I said, "I will tell you who I am now and what I am doing here." I told her and she said, "No way." I said, "Here is my prof." I got out my ID and showed her. She said, "Wow, my first real newspaper reporter." I said, "That is why I am here." She said, "Can you put my ad in the paper for me and how much will it cost?" I said, "Do you have a phone on the farm?" She said, "Everyone on the planet has a phone, all the phones on the planet we put in by the space bus station and all for free. We can make all the phone calls we want and they don't charge us nothing." I said, "What a deal." She said, "If they did charge us we would not be able to pay for it and everyone would not have a phone." I said, "I know why the space bus station put in free phones for you." She said, "Why did they do that?" I said, "If you wanted to put an ad in the paper wanting something no one can call you or you cannot call anyone else." I said, "Who do you sell everything to anyway?" She said, to the Wisha newspaper from the planet Wisha. Then I said, who owns the space bus station and all the shipping? She said, I don't know that one. I said, the Wisha newspaper. She said, now things make sense. That is why they give us free phones they could call to see when the crops will be ready, so they would not have to make a trip for nothing. I said, it is a good deal for everyone on the planet, they get free phone calls year-round. She said, that is why we get free phones. I said, I have seen enough, so take me back to the space bus station. She turned the horses around and we headed back. When we got to the farm she pulled in. I said, why can't you take me to town? She said, women are not allowed in town unless they go shopping. We are not allowed to drive the horses. She got out and changed the horses to fresh ones. Her father got up front and we headed out. When we got back to town he pulled up in front of the space bus station and I paid him what he asked for, and I think it was not enough, so I have him a tip. I was thinking as I walked toward the bus, the woman that I was talking to seemed like she know a lot of things for living on a farm, but they all have phones. All is here is farms and crops and people working the fields. I got on the bus and waited for the bus to take off. Written by Jack Wisha from the Wisha newspaper.